like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for war, man, forget my peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Beg, please get on your knees. Came from the jungle, up in the trees. I got a few tricks up in the sleeve. One wrong move, I'ma let out the. Big shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run till he step out the cleats. When the whole place scream, gotta get out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. And stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. Let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Cold like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for war, man, forget my peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Beg, please get on your knees. Came from the jungle, up in the trees. I got a few tricks up in the sleeve. One wrong move, I'ma let out the. Big shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run till he step out the cleats. When the whole place scream, gotta get out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. And stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. Let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get it, no call it quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of this. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
Here we are.
No, I think we on, yeah.
Yeah, we back. Everyone's trying to figure out we on. No, we on. We back with Down to the Wire. Back with Sebastian and Lee. Colin is out this week celebrating his birthday, so shout out to him. But yeah, a lot of football this week, man.
Yeah, man.
What up, man?
Happy birthday to Colin. Happy belated. That's the guy. Sad he couldn't be here, but he probably hungover or something.
Yeah, hope you're having a good time.
Having something nice. I'm still in my PJs, you know what I'm saying, because it's a bye week for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta do too much on here.
Okay.
You know, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
It's off. It's off day.
Yeah, it's the playoffs. Had a rough start to the Thursday games with a little Debo Samuel, but that might be for later. But yeah,
Yeah. Me and Lee are actually neck and neck, first round of playoffs. So I don't know. We'll see. I got a lot of injuries, so I think you might get me.
I think Brees is playing though, right? Did they say Brees playing?
I don't know if I want to play
That'd
him
be
though.
big. Who you play over him?
Because I have Najee, Bucky, and
Oh yeah,
Kamara.
Bucky.
So
Yeah,
I could
Bucky's
play
playing.
those
I
three.
saw. Yeah.
But I'm like, if I don't play Brees and he has a Brees game, I'm gonna be pissed. Because it's like you said, you got to play your guys.
Yeah, that's why I played Debo. I was like, you know what? I'm going down with Debo. I fell into the squeaky wheel thing where he was complaining. All his teammates were talking about like getting him the ball, and he did get more targets and a couple carries, but he's just not it anymore. I couldn't do nothing with him. So
Yeah. Are you going with Darnold or Bo Nix?
nah, I'm playing Bo next. I gotta play Bo.
Okay.
I gotta play Bo.
I feel like you gotta play Darnold, man.
Nah.
Yeah, bro.
I want to play Darnold for the show. Darnold
For
versus
the
Mahomes,
show, man.
Yeah.
I got too much money in this league. I gotta be serious.
Yeah.
I played Bo Nix got me here, so I gotta play.
I
That's
feel like
true.
Darnold's still just the better play in general. They're getting the ball to Jettis now. I don't know. That's me.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it's tough.
Hey, bro. What do you do? 5 touchdowns last game? So like something like that.
Something like that. Was that last game?
That was last game, bro. I don't know. Maybe think about it,
I
Lee.
don't know. I need a Mahomes game. That's all I know. I need a
That's what I'm
Mahomes
saying because
game.
he went off last week, right? Both Addison and Jettis had
That's true.
like 40 points.
Are they home?
I don't know, but there's no way Darnold has 2 good weeks like that back to back, right? Knock on wood. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Hey, man.
We could.
Just
because I'm sitting him means everyone else should play him. That's what it means.
Listen, if he does, just know PFC never gonna let y'all live that down.
No, I never will, because I would be starting him.
Yeah.
I would be starting him.
This is gonna be the week Mahomes finally gets like 5 touchdowns, and it's gonna be in the playoffs.
I hope.
Been waiting for it
great.
all year. Been
I
waiting
hope.
for that game.
I hope.
Agendas aside, it's for the league.
Yeah. All right, let's hop into it. I know nobody wants to talk about it, but let's talk about this Thursday night game. Rams and 49ers. No touchdowns. No touchdowns for the game. Yeah, not much to talk about. I mean, Kieran Williams had 108 yards. Puka had 7 catches, 97 yards. Purdy didn't really play well. It was a messy game, but I don't know. Are there any takeaways that we can take from this game?
I think it's the end of the 49ers, not just their run, their window. I think the 49ers are done.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's on there. Like, is it time for the Niners to blow it up? We can get into it now.
Yeah.
Yes, it is definitely time for the Niners to blow it up. And I'm going beyond just players, man. Yo, trade Kyle Shanahan.
Wow.
No,
I'm so serious.
no,
I'm so serious.
no,
I'm so
Kyle Shanahan
serious.
too?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Why? It's not his fault. Everyone's hurt.
Listen, but you can get. It's about value. What do you think you can get for Kyle Shanahan on the open market right now as far as trading coaches? Coaches don't get traded a lot.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what like a comparable trade would be.
They don't get traded a lot, but when it happens, you're looking at like first round picks and multiple picks.
For Kyle Shanahan,
They're
you think you get
definitely
multiple picks?
No, you're not gonna get multiple picks. What they do need to make trades though, because like salary cap wise, that's why they need to blow it up, because they obviously went all in with this team. They paid everybody. You got IU coming up. His new contract kicks in. They paid Debo. Fred Warner still there a couple years. Nick Bosa, Trent Williams, like all these guys are getting paid.
Yeah.
So I think when it comes down to it, it's like decision time. Do you pay Purdy and run with Purdy, or do you let Purdy go and try to find like a bridge quarterback? I don't think Purdy's that. I like Purdy. I think he's good, but I don't think he's worth what he's going to demand in the open market. So I think you got to maybe try to get like a cheaper, maybe Sam Darnold for like a year or two to see you can get the last bit. Bring Darnold back after his year this year. After his this year,
I guess you're giving that money to Darnold instead of Purdy.
I think Darnold will be cheaper and for like
You think so?
less contract wise. Purdy's gonna want like a 4 or 5 a full contract. I think
Yeah.
Darnold's not in the position to get a long contract because they still have all these players. Like they can still compete, but like and realistically, I don't think they're ready to trade it all in. I think they're gonna try 1 or 2 more years with the team they have.
They're gonna try. Based off everything I've read, they're not gonna get rid of Kyle Shanahan. But I just don't see it, man. I don't. CMC is gonna be another year removed from this injury. It's gonna be like, I don't know, they're already getting locker room turmoil with the linebacker not like just quitting on the team mid-game. Like, I don't know, man. I just don't think there's anything here to revive. And to me, like I said, I'd trade Kyle Shanahan, man. I would. Not playing. I trade everybody. Everybody can go. Purdy, CMC, Debo, Kittle, everybody. Maybe keep some of the defensive guys, but
yeah, I mean, it's hard because like they're still like right there, right? So it's like they have the pieces, and for like they're really hurt. I mean, I think I was watching I forget who it was, but they were saying like if you think about what the 49ers have gone through, like not even just injury wise, because like well yeah, they have a lot of injuries, but like I think Trent Williams, like he had his wife had a miscarriage, like same thing with like one of their corners, like his daughter died, like Purcell got shot, man. Like
yeah.
so it's like
It's been a lot of off the field, and it's not even like, oh, he did something. It's just bad stuff that's just befallen all of them.
Yeah, on top of injuries, no CMC, and like they're still we're in the playoff hunt for like a long time. So it's I don't know, it's tough, but it is like kind of like you got to pull the right lever in terms of like who you pay and who you keep. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of tough decisions. For one, I think Kittle is gone.
Yeah, I think he's expiring next year. I think he's got 1 year left. So
I can see Kittle coming back for the low. If
they
want him back
for one last title run, I can see him coming back. But I don't know.
I don't know.
But Debo's gone. I think they're gonna dump Debo. He's gone. I don't even know. I think he has an out next year, but it's still like I think I saw even if they do cut him, it's still like a $30 million in dead cap.
Yeah.
So maybe they're gonna try to trade him, but I don't think they're gonna maybe get like a 5th, 6th round pick for him.
Honestly, perfect spot for Debo is Baltimore.
I'd like it.
I don't think they would do it just because he's like there's too much money wrapped in it. But like if you think about how they play, like that's the type of receiver that they need. Like a guy like him and Zay Flowers, like, and then you got him like running the ball and stuff like. I mean, it's not gonna happen, but
never know.
I don't know who else is a good fit for Debo, right? Because he's not really like he's not an X.
Yeah, he's not a real receiver because like he gets no separation. He's never been like a route runner. His whole thing was he's like a running back. He's like a hybrid, but he doesn't have like the skill set to be a full-time receiver. So he really needs like an offense to be built not around him, but like that he needs him more than any other receiver has to fit him. Yeah. Like fit for him is a big
creativity is what he needs, and that's what he's had with Shanahan. As long as the other pieces were clicking, they're just not clicking currently. So who's the most creative offensive coordinator out there? That's the Lions for now.
No, so what just popped in my head, and it won't happen because it's the same division, but I would love to see him on the Rams. Because they use a lot of motion. They put Kupp and Puka in motion a lot. They're creative with their offense. You put him there as like the 3rd, 4th piece. I feel like he'd be really good. But like I said, they're the same division, so I don't think it would ever happen. But I think fit wise, that'd be really good. Or maybe like Miami.
I thought Miami too, but they're also in that. Are we blowing it up?
Yeah, same. And they got a lot of money. They're already paying Waddle and Hill, but they got a lot of money.
We got Debo to Indy in the chat from Chloe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Debo fits those teams where it's like you don't really have like your established running back, and you can kind of like you're going to be passing a lot, but you still want to have like the run game, or you want to have like some motion and like intricate stuff in there. Like it has to be a team like that because for the money that you're paying him, it's like like he's not you don't want him to be your number 1 wide receiver. Like I don't think many teams can win with him as the number 1 wide receiver.
That's why I was kind of shocked they paid him as much as they did, as fast as they did,
Yeah.
because he's really like, this isn't a knock on him, but he's like I don't want to call him a gadget player because he's more than
Yeah.
that. But at the end of the day, he's not a full-time receiver. He's not a full-time running back. So it's hard. It's hard to make the money work.
Yeah. I guess on the flip side of this, like, what does it say about the Rams? Like, I know Lee, you said the Rams are going to make the playoffs. Like, do you think
Yeah,
this?
man, the Rams. I mean, yeah, I love the Rams. I mean, we've seen what Stafford can do, right? Stafford's definitely good enough to get him there. You got Puka and Cup back. Cup didn't even do anything last game, but just the threat of them, that offense, Kieran Williams, they were 1-4 before the bye. Obviously, they had a lot of problems, a lot of injuries. Since the bye, they're now 7-2. They got big wins over the Vikings, the Seahawks, the Bills. They did lose to the Eagles. I figured someone would mention that, but they're 7-2. They got good wins in there. I think they're a half game behind the Seahawks today, but the Seahawks play the Packers. So we'll see what happens there. But I think the division is right there for them. And I know like those top seed teams don't want to play Stafford and the Rams early. So
yeah. That's my biggest thing. They're that team that nobody wants to play in the playoffs, right? They can win close games, close, hard-fought games, as we saw last night on Thursday. They can win shootouts, as we saw just last week versus the Bills. Like the Rams are a scary team, and I think there was some conversation as who's going to be the best quarterback in the NFC, right, in the playoffs, like when they're actually in there. And I thought, okay, why are we not mentioning Jared Goff consistently? If Stafford's going to be in the hunt now, that Stafford's going to be playing in that, is he the answer? Probably. He's the most accomplished. He's the Hall of Famer, I believe, right? So, and he's got his weapons back. Like, Kupp is back. Puka's back. They didn't look great last game. I know Puka came on a little late, but they can get the yardage. Kieran Williams is still Kieran Williams. You know what I'm saying? And end of the day, like, I have faith that Stafford can get the job done. While I don't have as much faith, I think that's something that Colin was bringing up with the experience factor, which I didn't think is accurate for the Lions or the Eagles per se, but everybody else, like, are we going to have faith in Darnold? Are we going to have faith in Geno Smith? Are we going to have faith in some of these other NFC playoff teams? Jordan Love, the Packers didn't look, I mean, they had that one great game versus the Cowboys last year, but I don't know. Like, am I going to have that much faith in these other quarterbacks versus Sean McVay and Matt Stafford? So, Lee said it perfectly, but they're the team that nobody wants to face. Maybe you don't see them as a threat, PMC. You sitting high on your Eagles horse over there, but
I think if they make it in, I think my only thing is I don't know if they'll make the playoffs because I think they have to win that division. I mean, you still have like the Commanders are sitting at like 8-5. The NFC North is going to get 3 teams in, so like that's one spot already. Like where you're talking like Vikings and Packers could take up 2 wild card spots, so it's just going to be tough.
It's like it comes down to would they beat the Commanders out, kind of a thing, and it's like
or
will they win their division?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That division.
And I mean, they're 3-1 in the division. I think they have the best division record as of now because the Seahawks have 2 losses in the division, so. I think as long as they take care of business, they'll be the division winner. But that's up to them to actually do it, right? So
yeah, I mean, I got the Packers beating the Seahawks today. So if the Packers do end up winning that game, they'll be tied. Seattle and the Rams will be 8-6. So I think it's the Rams division to take. So
that Packers game is going to be a big one.
That's a big game. Yeah.
Because
even if the Seahawks win that and the Packers get a loss, that still helps the Rams in the wild card. So
Seahawks and Packers need to come together and agree on a tie.
And the Rams do play the Seahawks the last week of the.
You still got to worry about the Commanders though.
They're still right there, 8-5. They had that win last week. You know, I don't know, man.
So it should be interesting. See how it all pans out. But I guess flipping to our next topic. So I wanted to know what's a chip move for the playoffs? The biggest chip move for the fantasy playoffs. Like who's that player that you're gonna start this week, and you're gonna carry him throughout the playoffs, and he's just gonna carry you to the playoffs. Probably might have not been on your roster for the whole year. Might have just came on late. But who's that? Who's that one guy?
My guy is somebody I got a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I want to say it's Adam Thielen, and I hope y'all are able to pick him up. I know he's not super rostered. I think he's only rostered in like half the leagues in ESPN, so he's available for half of the leagues out there. And to me, they're trying to see what they have with Bryce Young. They finally have Thielen back and have a reliable veteran receiver that he can target and throw the ball to. They're going to be airing it out. They're going to be in games where they have to throw. And I feel like he's a possession receiver. If you're in a PPR, he's going to get a bunch of targets. Last week had 19 points on in PPR. Week before that, he had, let me find this, 23 points. Like, I would assume that y'all picked him up, but I think that's the chip move. And I'm sorry, Lee, you said you didn't start him already this week. And you're probably regretting it. You're probably going to regret that, bro. Adam Thielen is my guy. I don't have to start him because I have my bye, but I'm going to start him in my other league. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love the Thielen pick. Full transparency, that's who I benched to play Debo. So I'm a little salty on that one. But yeah, I agree on all your points. So my fantasy X factor, I went a little different route. I kind of went the same way with you. I'm kind of trying to pick someone that maybe is not entirely rostered, that someone might have picked up a week or two ago, and that's Sincere McCormick, running back for the Raiders. I'll be honest, I have no idea who this guy was a month ago. But he's really come on in the last couple of weeks. He's getting a lot of praise from Antonio Pierce. It seems like he's got the coaching staff's trust. And we've seen that the past couple of weeks. He's been getting more and more carries, even if I think Mattison's coming back, Xavier White. But they really haven't done anything special in their time there. It seems like they want to give McCormick a chance. I know he's been on the practice squad the last couple of years, so he seems like one of those coach favorites that they want to give an opportunity. He's got 12 carries, 15 carries the last 2 weeks, so it's a volume thing, but then also he's averaged like 5.5 yards per carry all the year. So he's getting his chance. He hasn't had that crazy breakout game yet, but he's starting to get the volume. So I think he's due for that first touchdown or the 2 touchdown game. So, and he's got a good matchups coming up. He's got Atlanta is 16th versus the run, and then he's got Jacksonville's 24th against the run, and then the last week he got New Orleans, who's 25th against the run. So he's got opportunity, and he's got the matchup. So I'm not sure what percent he's rostered on, but I'm pretty sure it's not a lot. So I'm gonna go Sincere McCormick.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I had no idea who he was, but he's definitely coming on.
You mean Abdullah not getting the touches, man?
Abdullah not getting the touches.
Abdullah not getting touches, man.
I think mine is probably maybe rostered, maybe got dropped in the middle of the season, but I'm gonna say Anthony Richardson. I think he's not he's not the top quarterback. Obviously, I think a lot of people had him high just because he's a dual threat, and now it seems like that break kind of got him right. Like now he's not turning the ball over as much. Like he's not perfect, but in fantasy wise, he's still that dual threat. As long as he doesn't turn the ball over, he's a solid quarterback. Like if you don't have someone, he can give you a good day. Probably going to get 1 rushing touchdown every game. So it's I think he could be a guy that comes on late and just gets you some points, even if it's in garbage time.
Okay. Do you have him rostered in any of your leagues? Do you have him?
I do have him in one league, yeah. I do have him.
Let us know how that goes, man.
Yo, he's
hey, I mean, I'm not mad at it. I looked at him at the draft. I think y'all remember. I was I like dual threat running quarterbacks. So if I couldn't get Lamar or Josh Allen, I was like, okay, I'll wait on Richardson.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we were able to get Lamar, but yeah.
Yeah, Richardson's one of those his upside is unlimited. He could easily be the number 1 quarterback in fantasy, potential wise.
Yeah, I was trying to see their schedule. I don't even know who they're playing, but their last, maybe not this week because they're playing the Broncos. But after that, they have Tennessee and the Giants and Jacksonville. So favorable.
So that Giants game could be your championship week, right?
Yeah.
Might
And,
want
and
might want to lean on it.
that's what I'm saying. Semifinals, Tennessee. So it's like, if you can get away, or if you got the bye this week and you got Denver, then maybe not. But after this, I mean, even if you have some of those leagues that have a week 18 playoff, they have Jacksonville. So he's right there.
Yeah. I mean, and just to turn gears, if we're going like top names who we think will be like on the most winning championships, I gotta go Josh Allen. I feel like Josh, if there's one player that can just carry you this whole playoffs and you just carry you to a championship, like those old LT days or those old Priest Holmes days, or even like the Lamar Jackson crazy year, I think it's Josh Allen. I think he's going for MVP now. He's going for the first seed. He's just gonna be getting all the touchdowns. We've seen it before.
Yeah.
So I'm picking Josh Allen to be the most on like championship rosters.
Yeah. If we flip it, right, we talked about all the X factors. Like, who's a player that we're Xing out?
Who's gonna lose you your fantasy league?
Well, a player that like how like Lee were talking about, like a player that like, hey, you want to play because like, hey, I drafted him high, I gotta lose with him. But like realistically, you should bench him because they're not doing it for you.
Mine is Drake London. So I had Drake London on a couple of teams, and if you look at like the overall numbers, I think he's a top 10 receiver. He might be like 9, 10, 11. Like he's like the back half. But his production is really correlated to Kirk Cousins. And like Kirk Cousins was killing it in the beginning of the year. We saw Drake London go up, and now Kirk Cousins has really struggled the past couple like month or so. And if you look at Drake London, like he's really cooled off since week 7. He's only been a top 10 wide receiver, I think, one time. Like last week, he finished as wide receiver 34. Week 13, he finished as wide receiver 19. Then he had a bye. Before that, he finished as wide receiver 47. So it's like with Kirk Cousins struggling, and Drake London's probably a player you played every single week the whole year. Yeah. It's like he's one of those guys you're playing. Yeah. But if you just look at like his past 4 games, he hasn't finished higher than like a wide receiver 2. So if you have like I honestly would consider playing Thielen or Drake London, just because Kirk Cousins has been so bad too. So
yeah, that's a good one.
This is tough. I'm going Aaron Jones, bro. I hate that dude, and I hate him.
Jones, yeah.
I know I roster. I know I'm gonna start him just off GP, but I don't know. I just something about him, man. He's just something tells me he's gonna be the reason why I might not win something.
Yeah.
Something about him. I'll see what he does this week. He'll probably cook this week when I don't need him to, and then do nothing.
I feel like he always has those random games where he gets like 20 yards and that's it.
He started off the season really good, 18 and then 10 and then 25 and 17, and then since then he's just been kind of middling out. Like he doesn't get as many. He's not featured in the passing game. He might find the end zone. Those days where he finds the end zone, that's when he's able to do something, like as far as his yardage and as far as his like point total. But for the most part, he's just pretty mid, man. Like I want to bench him. I wanted to trade him so bad and I couldn't. He's the one, man. He's my one fear on my roster. Yeah. Everybody else, I'm confident they're gonna get the job done. It's just him.
Yeah. I think I actually have 3 actually. Three actually. Okay. I think it's got to be the two traded wide receivers. We're talking Devontae Adams and Amari Cooper. Because those are guys, like you said, like you're starting every week, like you're hoping, like this is the week they turn it around, and it's just like it just doesn't seem like it's gonna come. Like even like last week, like Devontae Adams, like he had a good week with Aaron Rodgers, like the first time throwing 300 in a while, but it's just like you just can't trust it. And then like there's still like Garrett Wilson on the other side, so you really never know like who's gonna go off. And more times than not, it seems like it's been Garrett Wilson. Like I said, like we got
see in the chat, bro. Yeah. In the chat too, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But I think my big one is Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed started the year out wide receiver 1 after the first week. And like some of his stats, like literally the last 4 weeks, he had 2 catches, 23 yards, a touchdown. 3 catches, 26 yards, 3 catches, 24 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then nothing last week. So it's like you can't trust him. You can't play him. Like I can't trust like 2 or 3 receptions for 20 yards. So he's been the quintessential like definition of boom or bust like the entire season. So those guys, I can't play.
But that's how you win, though. If he has his
Yeah,
boom
but
game,
that's what I was gonna ask because
I
like
wouldn't bank on it. But if
because like regular season, if it was like week 4, week 5, I'm probably playing the boom or bust guy. But like if I'm in the playoffs right now, do you roll the dice or do you take the safer, the higher floor?
depends on what you got, really.
I'll say this,
Yeah.
right? I'm looking at his stats. He has 3 games. So he has a game where he has 138 yards, a touchdown, 139 yards, a touchdown, 113 yards, right? That's roughly like 400 yards. He doesn't have 700 yards on the season. Like he may not get 1,000 yards, like, and he has 3 games like that. So it's like that's just how like skewed his games are. I mean, he has 6 games on here where it's under 30 yards. So it's like you just can't take that like loss. Like I'd rather go with like someone else where it's like even like we were saying like Wanderlei all year, man. I'll take my 10. You know what I mean? Even now, I'll still take my 8. But it's like Jaden Reed is like some weeks he's gonna give you 20, other weeks he's gonna give you 3. And there's like really no in between.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say AJ Brown, man.
AJ Brown? You got to bet the house on AJ Brown this week.
Hey, man. I know everybody playing him. It hasn't been great. Been great, bro.
No, AJ Brown's going to get it done this week. But yeah, I mean, switching gears a little bit. We got to talk about it. Last night was the Heisman. And Travis Hunter walked away with the Heisman Trophy. I think well deserved. What are your reactions? Do you guys think he deserved it, or do you think it should have been a Genty?
It should have been Genty.
Think so?
It should have been Genty. I mean, obviously it's close because if you look at the voting, it was like one of the closest margins of victory. I forget what the stat was in like 20 years or something, but it was really close. I think it should have been Genty. I mean, he had like a historic season, like probably the best rushing season since Barry Sanders. Yeah. I think maybe statistically, he's averaging like 192 yards per game.
Still might get the record.
He still might get the record. He still has a chance to get the record. Obviously, it'll be more games played. So if you look at yards per carry, it's not close to Barry. But besides that one Barry season, like this is literally the best rushing season we've ever seen in college football. And I get Travis Hunter is a unicorn. He's like one of the top wide receivers. He's one of the top DBs. But one like I don't know if it's a meme or quote that I've seen that sums it up for me is pretty much it's stats over snaps, right? So if you look at like obviously he's a top corner, he's a top receiver, but he's not like number one in anything. Whereas like Genty again is breaking all these records, and not only that he's literally carrying his team. Boise State is in the playoffs. They're 12-1 or something like that. Yeah. The only team they lost to was Oregon. Meanwhile, Colorado hasn't played anyone. Like if you look at Colorado's final schedule, none of the teams they played finished ranked in the top 25. Whereas like Boise State has played 3 ranked teams. They're in the playoff. They're like the 4th seed or something. So I think just the fact that he not only has the stats, but he carried Boise State into the playoff. Like no one had Boise State in the playoff when the season started, let alone getting a bye, right? So I think just the fact that his team actually had the success. He didn't have another Heisman candidate on his team, and that's going to be a top 10 draft pick. It was all him. So that's why I got Genty.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the Genty love. I think he definitely deserved to be in the Heisman consideration. He definitely deserved, like in any other year, he probably wins, right? Based off the year he's had. But you can't tell me Travis Hunter didn't deserve to win the award, Lee. The dude was a top cornerback, top wide receiver on a bum-ass Colorado team. That team is not good. That team is not good, bro.
The team is good.
The team is good.
The team is good.
Yeah, you're between all the transfers.
2 top 3 picks on the team. Like,
bro,
he
one of them.
Yeah, but
he's one of them.
The team is good.
And so someone in the chat said it wasn't close, but it was the closest. It was the closest point differential in 15 years. If you look at the total point, it was only 200-point difference. So
yeah, it's just how the voting works. Like you vote for like your top 3 people, and more people had Travis Hunter at 1, which gave him this edge in votes. But like
The total points
Genty
was
was
the
at
closest
least
in
2
15
in like
years. Yeah.
every single vote. So, in general, though, Travis Hunter was amazing this year. And the thing is, like, we talk about things we've never seen before. Like, we talk about Shohei on this show, even though it's a football show, right? Like, Travis Hunter was the Shohei of college football this year.
Yeah.
And he drew the most eyes, drew the most just watches. Like, people watched it. Genty was awesome. He was amazing. I think he will break Barry Sanders' rushing record this year, which is absolutely insane because I didn't think I ever see that get broken, to be honest. But Travis Hunter, bro, he's gonna be a top probably 3 pick in the league because of this, because of the season he had this year. It was box office. He was every Saturday that happened, I saw Travis Hunter on my IG. And maybe that goes into your snaps over stats situation, but in general, bro, Travis Hunter was the guy.
Yeah.
I wish it was a co-award. I wish they both could have got it because Genty did deserve to win the Heisman. But he deserve it more than Hunter did, in my opinion.
If you take them off of their teams, like where's Boise State if you take Genty off of them, and where's Travis Hunter if you take Colorado?
Bro, the Buffs suck, bro. Like, they're not good.
They're not
But is Boise State good? You're telling me Boise State is stacked? You're telling me Boise State is stacked? Boise State is stacked.
Yeah, they're not that bad.
Yo,
they're not that bad.
They're 12-1. He got Boise State 12-1.
I'll say this though, because I always mention it. I think you also gotta it's narrative, man. Like, narrative matters. It, like, especially when it depends on like who's voting. It's like Travis Hunter had like the narrative all year, like before the season even started. Like, he had the narrative, he had the big plays, like you can even see it in like the awards. Like he didn't win like best defensive back, but he won like defensive player of the year. You know what I mean? Like, and he won the Heisman. So it's kind of like you would think that they would all correlate, but it's just like, there's some guys that just have like that that innate ability to just be around the ball or just be able to make plays, like, and he's that guy. But it's like it depends who's voting. Like, I'm not saying there's not a case for Genty, but it's just like, Travis Hunter is done it on every level.
This was the first year that I thought it should have went to 2 different people. Like, they could have gotten Heisman's this year, and I would have been cool with it. I don't know how the world would have reacted to that, but you can't tell me Genty didn't deserve the Heisman based off his year, and you can't tell me Travis Hunter didn't deserve the Heisman based off of his year. So if there was ever a year to go,
they both deserve it. I'm not gonna say Travis Hunter doesn't deserve it. I'm saying it should have went to Genty though, because there's only one award. I mean, like, again, it all comes down to like who actually like impacted winning. Like, you can't. Boise State is not 12-1 without Genty.
If you take,
he had 192 yards versus Oregon.
If you take Travis Hunter off the Buffs, that is an under 500 team.
I don't know that because they still got
under 500.
They still have another Heisman candidate on their team. They still had it going into the year. Was Shedeur Sanders not a Heisman candidate?
Who was his number 1 receiver?
Travis Hunter.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
And who was the number 1 quarterback on the roster? Oh, hi.
Who had high expectations? You're removing
the best defensive player and the best offensive player from the team. That team is winning 50% of its games, bro. Stop.
Yeah, but you're telling me Boise State is stacked? Like, Boise State, who else does Boise State have?
Yeah, Boise State's definitely not stacked.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough because like you don't know, like I don't know. I think you can point to Travis Hunter winning certain games too. Like again, like I think it's like he had one forced fumble, but like that was the forced fumble in overtime to win the game. You know what I mean? Like, that was a memorable like play. Like, he had the end around broken play that he ran in for a touchdown. Like, he's had the, up against 3 guys coming down with the catch. Like, he's made plays in big moments for Colorado. And I think also like Colorado having a lot of close games probably helped as well. They're more televised. I'm not saying better. I'm saying like just. Again, like I always say, like I think the awards are always like more narrative based than anything else. Like I think you have to have the stats. I think you also have to have the narrative to kind of push you through. And like, let's be honest, like who was watching Boise State? You know what I mean? Like you saw the highlights, like you see the clips after, but no one's watching the games. Like And it's like 35 carries a game. Okay, he's gonna get, you know what I mean? Like he's getting the ball, he's gonna get it. Like he's a good running back, but we also have to take into consideration like are because I think Travis Hunter even said it at some point in the year. Like if he gets 20 targets, you know what I mean? What type of year are we talking about?
That's
I can't hold that against Genty.
You don't say that about Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I can't.
Why is he getting all those carries? Why is he getting all those carries? There's a reason.
No, but what I'm saying is like there is something to be said about like the volume. Like it's just what it is. Like it's like yeah, like Travis Hunter is like Travis Hunter didn't have a large volume. Like he didn't have a large like target count. You know what I mean?
Say more in the chat going off. He said Genty's backup averaged 8 yards a carry. Listen, man. Hey, man.
Yeah, I don't see how you can hate on Genty. I mean, his if it was so easy to have the year he's having, it would have been done before. Right?
I'm not saying it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. Not saying it's easy, but it's just I don't know. Like I said, I think you got to have
Boise State had a harder schedule than Colorado. Like Colorado didn't play anyone as good as UNLV or Oregon. Like, what are we doing?
They did, but I think you also have to look at though, like if you have arguably the offensive and defensive player of the year, like in one person, how do you not give him the Heisman?
But I don't think he's the offensive player of the year.
But I'm saying arguably.
That's Genty. Genty's the offensive player of the year.
But Lee, but what I'm saying is like if he's not one, he's two, right? Offensive player, and then he's one on defense. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you have,
is he one on defense? Like what defensive metric?
He won defensive player of the year.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like it's even if he's not one, it's kind of like let's say he's two there. It's like you're telling me the number 2 on defense and number 2 on offense, like that it has to equate to something. Like so it's not taking away from Genty, but it's just like doing it on both sides of the ball is like it's hard to take away from.
Lee, you got an op in chat, man.
Yeah, first off, take your caps lock off. It's way too early to be yelling at me like this. My whole point is, I get the strength of schedule, but at the top, Colorado didn't play any team that was like ranked in 25. Like
they didn't.
The biggest game between both was the Oregon game, right? Yeah. And Boise State lost by 3 points, and Genty had 190 something yards. It's like he's showing up when he had to play these big games. And my whole thing is like it's close. Like there's no you at least have to admit it's close and there's an argument. So for me, if it's close and there's an argument, I'm going to take the team that was 12-1 and the guy that led his team to a bye in the playoff when no one had Boise State predicted to be close to 12-1.
Yeah, Seymour took the caps lock off. I'm dead.
Yeah, why? Yeah, you keep talking smack, but you listen to me, right? You took the caps lock off. So, all right, get out of here.
Shout out to Seymour, man.
Yeah, shout out to Seymour in the chat, man. Yeah, it's definitely close.
Appreciate the feedback, but yeah, to me it's
close.
PMC
bias, by the way, Lee.
You gotta admit it's close. You gotta admit it's close.
Travis Hunter won him some money.
He did win me some money. But it's close. It's close. It's close.
Like the voting said it was close. Like it was definitely close, but to me it comes down to like it's all about winning and like.
Hey, birthday boy.
Is he on?
You good? I hear you.
I can't see him. I can hear him. I can't see him.
I can hear him.
I can see him on the pod.
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I hear you. Yeah.
Load.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, y'all didn't know?
No,
I don't know who that was. So what would You don't win Heisman for highlights.
Yo.
Don't win you.
Lee, bro.
We're talking about
Lee.
yo.
But your argument was important.
If
you're not putting a running back
I don't know
over a
if the
wide
stream
receiver or a
can hear
quarterback.
Colin, so we got to report what Colin's saying.
Oh, the stream can't hear Colin?
No.
All right. Listen, you can report what Colin said. But in general, Lee, you're talking about, you mentioned who's more important to their team. One of them is a running back, one of them is a wide receiver and a cornerback.
One of them is the entire offense. Like how if you look at top to bottom on the roster on the talent between Boise State and Colorado, mind you, Deion's had 2+ years of the transfer portal and recruiting. You're telling me Colorado's on paper talent is not better than Boise State?
That's at least comparable. But either way, one dude is
No,
playing
it's not.
both sides of the ball, bro.
Oh my.
All right, we'll see what the Buffs look like next year, bro. We'll see.
I mean, they're not going to be as good because they're losing another Heisman candidate. Like Shedeur Sanders was not a Heisman candidate throughout the year. So like they're going to cannibalize each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, but we gotta move to the next topic. We're gonna stay in college football though, somewhat related. We got Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick went to UNC. So I guess similar topic. Do you think that Bill Belichick is going to be able to get like those same names kind of coming to UNC, just like Prime was able to get them over to Colorado?
I never got the Bill Belichick college football coaching thing at all. And if I was a high school kid trying to go into like the NCAA, like is Bill Belichick going to be the reason why I go to a program, or is it going to be this money? So I just don't know how impactful it'll be personally. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's not even like an X's and O's thing. It's like recruiting. Like, I don't see Bill Belichick recruiting like that. Like, he's like what 70-something years old. Like, I don't see him.
Wasn't the coach? Wasn't Max Brown like 74 years old too? Like, they just got rid of a dude who was the same age. Like, I don't get it.
The only, I guess, his recruiting pitch could be that he could be a pipeline to the NFL, like guys who really want to make it to the NFL. But like, whereas he doesn't have like a recruiting pipeline, so to speak, right? Like, I get if it's the Northeast because that's where the Patriots were. He's got a lot of competition from like the Big Ten teams. Like, there's a reason Rutgers can't keep their own recruits is because they still got Ohio State coming in there, Michigan coming in there, Penn State. It's like he's going to have a tough time recruiting all those. So I don't know how he's going to build it up, and I don't see his style of like coaching really resonating with like the younger kids. Unless they're getting paid a lot of NIL, but
yeah, you guys don't think the winning will factor in at all? Like he's a top coach, in football. You know what I mean? Like you don't think that will translate at all? Like not even to some like maybe not even like the upper recruits, but like some of the lower ones.
Could. I mean, Colin just posted it in the chat. Like them YNs go mess Bill up. That's what I'm saying. Like, these are 17-year-olds, man, that you recruit. 16-year-olds, bro. Yeah. From the hood, most likely, trying to play football and make it out. Like, I just don't know how efficient he's going to be able to be at getting them to act right, bro. And maybe he commands enough respect, but, like, I don't know, man. Half the world be saying, yo, it was Brady that won them chips anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, after Brady won, Belichick stopped.
But I guess if you look at like the Patriots, right? Like Patriots never really had. I mean, outside of a couple of years, like they never really had like stacked talent. You know what I mean? Like they had solid players across the board, and like they played a certain way, and like they played together. So you don't think that will translate, especially in a college culture, where it's just like, you have teams like Army, Navy, who are just kind of like they play a certain way. People buy in. Like, not to say it's going to be to that extent, but like even if he doesn't get the top recruits, like if he gets some good players and he gets one player here or there, like you don't think he'll still be able to kind of turn that around?
I think they'll be better. right? Like,
Yeah.
end of the day, UNC is still a basketball school. Like, it's never
Yeah.
going to not be a basketball school. Like, are they going to be competing within these 5 years? Are
Like-
they going to be in the college football playoff and competing for an actual title?
I mean, but a lot of people could have said that about Colorado.
They're also
but-
not.
But they haven't been
Yeah,
there
you get what
5
I'm
years.
saying?
But they haven't been there 5 years.
But
are
I
they,
think-
are they
I
not in
think-
the trajectory?
But
I
even
think-
then, my bad, Lee. But even then, Dion at the mid, like he had shown that he could be a top recruiter at Jackson State already before he even got to Colorado. That he could recruit talented players to even that school. Maybe Bill can do that. Maybe.
But I think we also have to like I agree that like he definitely had some people there because he's Deion Sanders, you know what I'm saying? Like it's more the mystique, but also it kind of goes back to what we were saying before, where it's like you still have Shador and Travis Hunter. So like at Jackson State, what do you need much else? Like you know what I mean? Like
That's what, yeah. So
were they really that good?
Yeah.
right? That he had overwhelmingly a talent advantage at Jackson
Yeah.
State, but my whole thing with I think if Bill went to a lesser school like a mid-major, he might have had more success. But jumping right into the ACC, it's like there's a lot of good teams. I know the ACC is not the SEC, but you still got Clemson, Miami, SMU came on this year. Looks like they're back. You still got like Pittsburgh, Cal, like this. Florida State had a down year, but the ACC there's a lot of good teams in the ACC. So he doesn't have he's not gonna have like a talent or a roster advantage in any matchup.
I know why Bill did it, man. He trying to be around them young college girls, and he trying to put his son on, man. I think they got a deal in place. They said, I heard.
Oh yeah,
that
his son is
the successor 5 years from now. Like, come on, man.
We know what's going on. Yeah,
you know what's going on, man.
Yeah, I think though, I think they can. I think it depends on how they build the team, though. I do think if he tries to kind of like make like a defensive like juggernaut, let's say, like maybe they're not like an offensive team, or just like because he did say that he wanted to be at a program that produces like NFL players, right? So I think like like the LSUs where it's like there's wide receivers come out of LSU, Ohio State. You know what I mean? Like I think it can turn into a program like that where it's like you'll get a certain type of player or like certain types of position players from North Carolina like going forward. Now, like will that translate to like success overall? Yeah, I think they will be better. Do I think they will get a national championship? I don't know either, but I do think they will have like a certain type of player. Like in 3 years, you'll know like, hey, the person coming from USC, they're going to be at least this. You know what I mean? So I do think he will be able to get that. And because he has the NFL experience, like you can't take that away from it.
Yeah. My question becomes, what impact will this have on his legacy as a whole? Like he's already widely considered the greatest football coach of all time for the NFL.
Yeah.
If he was to win or even just be extremely competitive, like turn the UNC into this, like, okay, say they become Ohio State or Georgia, right? Or they're getting there or going and winning even.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean for him? And if he's trash, what does that mean? Does it have any stain on his legacy?
That's what I do like about the move for his legacy wise. I feel like he doesn't really have much. I don't want to say he has much to lose, but he has less to lose than if he stayed in the NFL.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're talking about it now. What are the expectations for UNC and Bill Belichick? No one's expecting him to win a national title, right? Like we'll be surprised if he has an ACC championship. So I feel like even if he does fail, it won't hurt him as much because no one's expecting him to really be that successful. Like you've been talking, all of us were here questioning his recruiting. Like no one's expecting him to do that great. So even if he does have success, it'll be more of a surprise. And I think he has that. I don't think it hurts his legacy at all. If anything, he has a chance to really improve it if he can turn the team around. I don't think it will, but the opportunity's there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. I mean, $50 million for 5 years. That's
the one thing that like might be beneficial for him is with the transfer portal because he might be able to get some 4 or 5-star recruit that didn't get an opportunity. He's like a 5th-year senior and is trying to make the league, and like he might be able to get that guy because we see these quarterbacks transfer all the time when they're trying to make that last push for the draft. So maybe he finds a diamond in the rough there.
Yeah. Well, I
But
mean that was his thing, right? Like that was his thing, like
yeah,
finding those diamonds. So it's like
yeah.
you're finding at the college level, like I don't know.
I'll say, man, that 2 tight end set gonna be something.
They're definitely gonna have a whole bunch of 2 tight end sets for sure.
Throw some
Dorothy
wishbone.
Clay
He's playing the
says
wishbone.
Belichick has zero swag, cannot do what Prime did. Never.
Agreed.
We'll see. We'll see, man.
No 18-year-old kid is gonna go play for Bill Belichick unless
I
he's getting a
definitely don't
bag.
think it's enticing. I definitely don't think it's enticing.
And the thing is, the stories that come out of it, it's like, yo, like Gronk is basically telling you, like, yo, man, it sucked playing for him, but it was awesome because we won.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting positive out of even the greats that played for him. So unless you have this kind of mindset already as a 17-year-old, it's gonna be tough, man.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think there is still like a college, like there's a piece of college, like there's like nostalgia where it's just like people want to win. You know what I mean? Like there's guys who are like, I'll come back my senior year. Like not obviously football is a little bit different, but like I'll come back because I want to win. Or like I know I'm not going to the league, but like I want to win and I want to win with this program. Like so I think if that can kind of trickle into like Bill Belichick, it could work.
Alex said Belichick could drop his girl off at class and go to practice.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Shane, we got Shane in the chat. He said he's already considered a GOAT for NFL coaches. This move would only consider him for all-time great coaches, period. Yeah, I agree. There's no low risk.
I wouldn't be stressing this, man, if I was him, man.
Yeah.
It's for his son, bro. Get $50 million to put your son on.
Yeah, that's a great read between the lines. Like it's definitely to get his son in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Come on, $50 million. Son get a guaranteed gig in a couple years.
Yeah. Is his son still on the Pats or no?
No, his son is like a defensive coordinator for like Washington or something like that.
Oh, it's interesting. Interesting move to want to go down, but okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be his shot at a head coaching gig, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I heard, bro.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
This is the
because I'm like, if he's in the NFL, why would he want to go down? But I guess you don't really hear his name as like a head coaching.
He's probably not getting it.
Yeah,
not getting any traction.
That makes sense. All right, cool. We ready for sit or start?
This is all you, Lee. This is all you got to stress about this week.
Sit or start? Oh, you want to buy this week? Yeah.
I'm in the PJs, bro. I'm on buy.
Let's get
I'm on buy.
First one up, Sebastian's favorite, Aaron Jones.
Oh God, I'm so happy I don't have to stress this week.
Aaron Jones against the Bears at home. Sit or start?
I'm starting them. It's a matchup thing. The Bears are terrible. They're like 26 versus the run. I think the Vikings should be able to get a lead in this game. Second half, I don't think Darnold's going to have to be airing it out. He's not going to need 4 touchdowns. They're going to be able to kind of kill the clock and just let the run game go. So Aaron Jones, start.
They don't even be having him in at the goal line, bro. Be honest with you. But I'll start him. It don't matter. He gonna go off this week when I don't need it. I know it, bro. When I don't need it, he gonna go off, bro. Watch.
Yeah.
I hate this dude so much, bro. I hate his beard. I hate everything about this dude.
I'm a start him. I think there's some familiarity there, like just with the Bears, it just being an division game. So he hasn't been great this year, but he had a good week last week. So start him. Sebastian.
I hate you so much for even bringing him up, bro.
All right, next is Jared Goff. So we got Jared Goff against the Bills, and they're also at home in the Dome.
Ooh, I'm gonna bench him. It's
really?
The Bills got a good defense. Tough. They're a top 10 defense, and I feel like it's gonna be one of those games where it's Sonic and Knuckles all game. They're gonna try to keep Josh Allen off the field. Yeah, I'm benching him.
I'm starting Jared Goff. This is why you about to lose, Lee. These are decisions you making, bro. The Bills just got lit up by by Matt
That's
Stafford.
true. That's true.
Lit up.
That's true.
Lit. It was something crazy, and I know because I started the Bills defense last week. They got lit the hell up, bro. I think they have the most points of any league team in the league last week. And they're at home in the dome. Are you crazy? Yo, start Jared Goff, bro. Please.
Yeah, I was on the fence. I was gonna bet you, but I feel like Sebastian just convinced me, man.
Yo, start that
Like,
man, bro.
yeah, they definitely did get lit up yesterday, and that might be like their kryptonite. I mean, I know both teams need the win too, just for like to stay on top of like their respective divisions. But yeah, I'll start them. I think Buffalo will try to take away the run too. I mean, no one's been able to, but I still think Goff will be able to go off in the dome.
Yeah, man.
I just think when you're playing against those Josh Allen's, Pat Mahomes, it's always keep them off the field. And if there's one team that can keep them off the field, it's the Lions, and that's with the run. So we'll see.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right. Next is Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams against the Jags in Jacksonville.
The Jags are so bad. I got to start them. I mean, you mentioned it earlier. It's a little worry because they still got Garrett Wilson there. But since week 9, Adams is still averaging like 11 targets a game. Yeah. So the targets are there. The production isn't always there, but the Jags are so bad. I'll still play Adams.
I traded that boy for a reason. But I'll start him against the Jags. I will. Yeah. I don't know what the hell the Jets are even playing for. If I'm Adams, I'd ask to sit. Make sure I'm good for next year. But I'd start him. It looks like he's gonna play. So
yeah, I'll start him. I think Breece Hall is banged up. I think both these teams are out of the playoffs, but I think the Jets kind of need this win to kind of stop the
noise.
Yeah, like it's like one of those games where it's just like, hey, both of us are not winning, but if Jets lose, it's worse than if the Jags lose.
Yeah.
All right. Next is Brian Thomas Jr. Against the Jets. So on the flip side of this,
I think there's an easy bench.
Really?
Mac Jones is playing, right?
Mac Jones is playing.
Yeah. Okay. Easy enough. Next.
I mean,
he's been good all year.
Yeah, but
like,
he's looking at the stats for the last 3 weeks. The last 3 weeks he's played 13, 19, 16.
He gets a lot of
targets, 12 targets.
Gets the ball. Yeah, I'll probably start him, man. I'll be honest with you.
Where's the Jets? Where's the Jets do? I don't know.
Lee, only you still believe in the Jets at any level, bro.
Their defense is still.
Yeah, I'll start him because Sauce is out, right? Sauce
right.
Is out.
I think I'm about to say, isn't Sauce not playing? Yeah,
so
bro.
I'll start him. I'll give him a chance. Give him a chance.
Listen, he's been consistent all year. He's had a couple bad weeks, but even the last 3 weeks, he's getting over 13, 19, 16. Yeah, man. Shout out to the rookie wide receivers, bro.
All right. Next is Russell Wilson against the Eagles in Philly.
That's a sit.
Yeah, that's a sit for me, bro.
Oh, why is it a sit?
Eagles got a good defense now.
Okay. Oh, Eagles got a good defense now. Okay. Okay.
Defense, bro. What you offer me?
You don't
that's
think?
Don't lie. That's don't lie. They got a good defense.
You don't think? Dag, he's not even rostered. You guys don't think like it's a big game. It's a big game for both teams. And I think Pickens is out too, so maybe that kind of eats into it too. But I mean, you don't think the Eagles turmoil will kind of play into it a little bit? Like if it's because Steelers, like if they keep it close most of the time, like if it's close past halftime, they have a good shot to win.
We getting sits in the chat, holy sit, and we getting them. I'm never starting Russ. So I think we're in unison. Russ not getting the nod in the playoffs.
If Pickens was playing, it's a maybe, but with no Pickens, and I think Eagles over on the year are like the second best defense against the pass. It's not a good
Quinion Mitchell, man.
Quianimo Bay, man.
All right, man. Chill out.
That's what they're saying, man. That's what they're saying. Last one we got is Jonnu Smith.
So easy start.
Jonnu Smith against at Texans at Houston.
Yeah, easy start.
I
mean,
feel
the past
bad for y'all that have like mid tight ends, and you gotta like.
Jonnu
He's
Smith is
nice.
not
Do you see the
Jonnu Smith
numbers?
has been top 5.
Do you see
Bro.
the numbers?
I've
Yeah,
like
pull
seen
up
him
Jonnu
play,
Smith.
bro.
He's
No, but his-
He's eyeing.
I know.
He's
That's
better,
my
he's better
than
point.
Iron.
That's my point. Oh, he cooking. God
Yeah.
damn.
yeah.
He cooking.
Yeah.
The thing is, I saw that game against what was it, New England? Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it might have been the what did he score? He scored the last game, like in overtime.
Yeah.
The dude did nothing all game,
Yeah.
and then caught like 5 passes and the touchdown in OT. Was it the Jets? It might have been the Jets.
Yeah, that was the Jets. He didn't catch anything.
Yeah, bro.
But it all counted.
I was watching the game like, yo, Jonnu's been all right based off what I heard.
The past 4 weeks, he's finished. Wait, let me go to PPR. He's been like a top 5.
Jesus. Nah, he's
yeah, all right. So last week he finished as tight end 7. Before that, he was tight end 4. Before that, he was tight end 2. Before that, he was tight end 3. So the past month, he's been a top 5 tight end. And tight ends, I mean, such a crapshoot. I feel like you have to start him.
Yeah.
Apparently, he dropped 30 on me 3 weeks ago, and I completely forgot.
Last 4 weeks, he's 18 overall.
Yeah.
So
yeah, overall, yeah.
So we gotta.
Hey man,
start him
I'm
apart.
confident. I got Brock Bowers in one of my leagues, bro. I'm chilling.
It's like Bowers, Kittle, and then everyone else.
I guess start him, bro. It's a lot of starting this week. I don't like
A
that.
lot of start. It's the playoffs, man. It's the playoffs.
Playoffs. Yeah.
Man, do we have any? We don't have any in the chat. A lot of comments today. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, it was the Travis Hunter talk. Had the people active.
Had people going
God
off.
damn, you put Travis Hunter on a thumbnail, you get the people going.
Yeah.
Next week's video, will Travis Hunter go number 1?
I'll be the Travis Hunter hater on
Yeah.
so we can get some views.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
like the stream, yo. We only got 3 likes. Like 15 of y'all in here.
word.
Y'all gotta respect the running back. All right, everyone's trying to kill the running back.
Lee,
They're not
you
worth
were
it.
talking about
Y'all don't know about the
importance
running
to the
backs.
team. You're not drafting a running back over a wide receiver or a cornerback. So why are we talking about importance, bro?
Because Boise State is trash. That's
Oh
my
my
point.
God.
Boise State is not trash, but Boise State is not a good team.
Mm-hmm.
But they're 12-1.
12-1.
I wonder why. They're 12-1.
Travis Hunter's still not going number 1, bro. I'm getting my money.
He not.
CeeLo.
All right, Sebastian, you ready for the parlay?
Are they ready? They're not ready.
I'm not. All right, man. You know the vibes. I got an 8-legger today. Try to win y'all some money. I know we've been on a losing streak, but I got some money lines today that I think are hitting. So, 8 legs, $4.44 to win $1,224.54. So starting off with the 1 p.m. games, I got the Bengals over the Titans, right? Bengals need it. They're still alive in the playoff hunt. Titans are pretty mid. That's minus 235. So nothing too major there. No major upsets to start the day. I got the Chiefs over the Browns. They are in Cleveland. I actually think that game will be a little closer than it should be. I like what Jameis has done since he's taken over. But I do have the Chiefs to just pedigree there, and they know what they need to do. I do have the Steelers over Mike's Eagles in that 4 p.m. game, 425. That's Steelers plus 215. I feel like if you can get a playoff team with a plus 215, you kind of got to take it. Sorry, Mike. But do bet on AJ. I do think AJ goes off. We got another little mini upset. The Buffalo Bills, after the loss last week, they're going to get revenge on the Detroit Lions at plus 118. Again, I just like the Bills in general. I think they're one of the better teams in the league. And if you can get a team that good at a plus, you kind of got to take it. Even though I do love the Lions. We got another upset. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Chargers. I'm not sure Ladd is playing. He missed last week. He might play this week. Chargers do have a good defense, but the Bucs have a great offense. So at plus 134, they are on the road, but I don't know. Something about Baker tells me he's going to pull it off. I do have the Seahawks over the Packers at the 8 p.m. game. They're home, and they're plus 122 at home. Packers are good, but the Seahawks have been pretty good so far this year. I know we had a conversation earlier about who's going to win that division. They kind of need this game to stay in pace to be in the lead for that division. And then I have the Vikings money line at minus 320 versus the Bears. The Bears just been pretty mid. Vikings looked really good last week versus the Falcons, and they're home. So Darnold plays better in the dome. Overall, they're sort of starting to find Jettas a little more. And then that's the Monday game. And then another Monday game, I do have the Vegas Raiders over the Falcons. The Falcons just haven't looked great recently. And I don't know. Something tells me the Raiders might pull it. I don't know why. But if not, I could always just cash out because that's the last game. So,
Okay.
But all right. Yeah, that's 8 legs, $4.44 to win you $1,200. So tail it if you want. I know it's been a bit of a losing streak, but I think that one's it.
That's the one.
It's the one.
hit.
I just need one. I just
You
need
got
one.
the Eagles
No
losing.
hate.
It's not hit.
No hate, bro. No hate.
It's not hitting, man.
I got another one, all anytime touchdowns, but it's a little reckless.
Trying to see, trying to look through some of the actives for this week. Let's see some notable ones. Deontay Johnson suspended, obviously. I don't know why they even traded for him, but
bro, it was just pointless.
Yeah.
Move to make a move. Blew up his fantasy value entirely.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Dude went from a decent flex pick player to nothing. Terrible.
Njoku is out. Cedric Tillman is out. Let's see. Derek Carr is out. So maybe not necessarily for like Derek Carr owners, but like everybody else.
Is Brees Hall playing?
Brees Hall is active. It says he'll play and handle lead back duties. So we'll see.
But you're benching him. Versus me?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm still deciding.
Bro, can we get a little preview of what y'all matchup looks like this week? I need to see it, bro. Who's got who?
We can preview it.
What's going on, man?
I had Puka, Moody, and Debo on Thursday.
Listen, man, this is for all the marbles. Yo, Lee, you gotta play Darnold, bro. That's the whole point.
This is
I gotta play
matchup right now. This is the matchup right now.
That was the whole point. Y'all argued for hours, bro. And you're not even gonna play Darnold in this week?
I argued Mahomes. He argued Darnold. We tried to trade and got vetoed. If our trade didn't get vetoed, I would play him. But I think they're within point. I think they're within like 10, 15 points of each other too. I think it's close.
I mean, 33 points to start off the Thursday. It's a good little, what are the settings? Is PPR? What are we looking at?
It's PPR.
Okay.
So let's see. You got Darnold. Yeah, it's supposed to be close. I mean, 105 to 107 right now is the live projection. Debo.
Oh yeah, you got Vaughn. Valet, whatever his name is.
Yeah, I just picked him up. Shout out to Brian, man. Brian actually picked him up. He scooped him, same day dropped him for like somebody else. I picked him up. I was looking for him, but I had to wait for what's it called? I had to wait for Pickens to kind of go on the IR so I could move the spots around. So he picked him up. I was like, man, I can't get him. And then he went inactive. I moved him, and then he just dropped him again. So I was able to scoop him.
I'm trying to think who's gonna be the reason why one of y'all win this league, bro. Win this week. I like Kamara. I don't know. I don't know.
Gibbs. It's gonna come down to that Buffalo game. If Gibbs goes off, I don't think I can weather the storm.
You should have started Thielen, bro. Oh my god.
No, he shouldn't have. Man. He did the right thing. Man. He did the right thing. I need Boswell to pull me through. I don't know, PMC. It's not looking good, bro. It's not good. Yeah, I've had a lot of injuries. Man. I lost Stephon Diggs.
Yo, honestly,
I got Pickens out. But I couldn't start Brees Hall. That's the thing that I could do.
I was thinking about playing.
Thielen over Harrison.
I was thinking about that. Before the show, I was looking at it. I was like, damn, I might play Thielen over Harrison. Harrison,
bro.
Talk about boom or bust. Harrison is fucking so many weeks he just gets nothing.
Do it. Completely stunt on PMC because that was his guy. What
time does Thielen play?
1 p.m.? Ain't nobody playing the Panthers
1 p.m.
anytime later than
1 p.m. against Dallas.
All right, I got like a half hour. I'm going to think about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough sledding. I need the Vikings to go off. That's the other reason why he can't play Darnold. Because like if Darnold goes off, then like
he's got
I have all the Vikings.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm really curious. Yo, chat, let us know. Thielen or Marvin Harrison Jr. Let us know.
I know who I would start. We got one for Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin
in the
Harrison?
chat already.
Yeah, you gotta start Darn over Bo, bro. You gotta do the stream justice,
It
Lee.
just doesn't make sense for him. It just doesn't make sense for him.
Nah, I'm not playing.
It
Nah.
doesn't
If he
make
didn't
sense.
have the other Vikings,
Yeah, I literally have the
Yeah.
Vikings
vulture my
defense
touchdown.
too.
He's gonna vulture all my touchdowns. Yeah.
Unless they all go to Jefferson. Like that's the thing. Like if
That's
if
the
it
thing.
went
All
to
go to
Jefferson,
Jefferson.
then I would lose. I would automatically lose.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I don't know. I might have to play Brees, but yeah, I probably will.
You're really injured, bro.
I probably will play Brees. Yeah, I'm done, man. I have nobody.
Real quick, because I was doing extra research while you're doing the betting stuff on
Yeah.
Genti. All right, so someone was talking about
no.
talking about how we didn't play nobody, right?
Oh no.
Mind you, he played Michigan,
Ugh.
who held Ohio
Michigan mid as
State.
hell this year, bro.
No, but Ohio State, you know Judkins, the running back, he's
Yeah.
supposed to be one of the top. Against Oregon, he had 11 carries for 23 yards. Right? Genti against Oregon had 192 yards and 2 touchdowns. And yet, the Mountain West didn't really play anyone, but the best team in the Mountain West, UNLV, who ended up being ranked at the end of the year, what's his name? Genti had over 200 yards and a touchdown in the championship game. So to fade me with that, I mean, he can only play who's in front of him, and when he does play people in front of him, even against the top teams, he's still putting up 200 yards. So.
But I will say that Juggins hasn't been good.
He hasn't been good, but 11 carries for 23 yards versus 192 yards, that's a big difference.
Yo, who was that other dude on the Heisman podium there?
The quarterback?
Yeah, nah, that was Cam Ward.
Oh,
and there was the other guy.
quarterback.
Oregon
Oregon
quarterback.
quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oregon had to get somebody up there. I mean, they were.
I was like, who that? I had no idea who it was. I'm terrible. I'm such a fake college football fan, bro. No idea who that was, bro.
Dylan Gabriel, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. It's like, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah. All right.
Scatterbo should have got more votes too. I just like his name. The running back from.
I think Shador should have been able to go.
Oh, just yeah.
But I don't know.
I feel like if it's between those, like it was clearly a 2-man race. Like you don't need the other 2 guys there.
I mean,
They got a free trip to the wherever they were.
Yeah. It's notoriety. You never know. You might get some votes.
You trying to be there on the podium when you know you about to get 7 total votes?
I would. I mean, it's one of it's one of those things where it's like, yo, I was up for the Heisman. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you get old,
because they're trying to get drafted. They're all trying to get drafted.
Yeah, but you know, like that
Yeah,
old.
Cam Ward getting drafted. That other guy, I don't know nothing about.
He's probably getting drafted.
He's probably
Oregon?
gonna get drafted.
Yeah, like, but you know, like when you're old and like you're telling the story, you're just like, yo, I used to play football back in the day. I almost won the
It's the
Heisman.
Brian Scalabrine quote.
I almost won the
In
Heisman.
40 years, I'll be the one that hit the game winner, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all for that, man. You can validate it.
Mm-hmm. I guess, man. It just feels crazy to me going to an award show where you know you lost and like the results come in and it's like you weren't even really here, bro. I don't know.
It still goes on the resume. It's still on the resume.
it's still on the
Heisman finalist.
I'm
Heisman
still saying
finalist.
that. I was third in the Heisman voting. I'd still want to say that.
You don't believe me? Pull up the YouTube. Look, I'm in the background right there.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess, man.
Listen, if not for this, because the other thing too is like, if not for this generational talent, I would have won the Heisman.
If not for these dudes who broke records and played both sides of the ball,
but
I'd have been out here.
Think about that. Like, if Travis Henry goes on to be like a Hall of Famer, it's like, yo, I was, if not for him being in my draft, like, you know what I mean? Like playing college football at the same time.
Colin said,
can someone tell Colin to go play his PS5, please?
He said Dylan Gabriel get drafted, but he's gonna be running an accounting firm in 5 years.
I mean,
that'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Get that rookie paycheck and be out.
Yeah, bro.
That'd be nice. All right. Anything else that we didn't cover? I know there's a lot of football news this week. I think we got it all.
Yeah, I can't think of nothing.
Good luck in the playoffs.
Fuck Juan Soto.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Juan Soto. I mean, I don't blame him.
Me
Took
neither,
the most
bro.
money. He took the most
I'd
money.
have took that shit in a heartbeat. I'm gonna be real with you.
What pisses me off is all these stupid reports of saying why he went there because he didn't get a suite or a security guard gave him trouble. Bro,
Stop. My boy Nick
It
put it
was-
out plainly. He said, "Listen, Soto is Scott Boris's ideal client. He
Yeah.
was willing to play every game, put out any rumor, go play every tactic to get the most money possible, and they
he
did
just
that
wanted
shit.
the money. Every dime mattered to him. So
Yeah, bro. I ain't mad at it though.
I ain't mad at it.
Sucks. Man got paid.
Pay.
They saying it's up to $865 million now, Lee.
all I know is they're trying to say it's the Mets town. The Mets haven't won a championship since '86.
It'll never be a Mets town. Bro. The Queens aren't even a Mets town, bro.
Hey, I'll be perfectly fine with never winning ever again in my life for 800 M's.
Yeah, for 800. Yeah, true. That's true.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not mad at Soto. Yeah, I'm not mad at Soto.
It's just
Okay.
crazy. It's all like
money.
guaranteed for real.
Yeah.
Like he could like tear his ACL right now and never play another game and be like, well,
Yeah.
it's
we'll see.
crazy.
Yeah. Hey, Ashton. Yeah, that's true. Got people still commenting in the chat saying Ashton and Dylan.
Oh yeah, who y'all got winning it?
Oh, winning it all?
I hope Boise State wins. I do.
They not.
I hope Genty runs for 300 yards.
Yeah. After all this, I'm rooting for Genty to just run through the whole playoff.
They not winning.
They not winning?
They're not winning now.
They're not winning.
We've seen it too many times. Those non-SEC teams, basically.
I'm putting my money on Ohio State just so I can lose it.
No, get Ohio.
State?
No.
Come on, man. I'm putting my money on Texas.
I'm putting $3.
Yeah, I like
actually,
Texas.
yeah.
I like
I'll
Texas.
put my
I like
money
Yeah.
on Texas, man.
As long as they play an Arch, man. Get Quinn Arrow. Was it yours?
Get Arch in there. Get Arch in there.
Yeah,
man.
Arch in there.
If Arch is playing, Texas is going. Yeah.
Arch is who we want to see.
Yeah, bro. They should be able to trade mid-season like this.
Just
Like
trade.
mid-playoffs. Like, yo, Quinn, you could go somewhere else, man. We got Arch now.
I mean, he should have left.
I don't know why Arch went there, to be honest with you.
Come on, you know why he went there.
Yeah, come on. Why does anyone go to any of these teams?
I mean, he already a millionaire, though.
Jeez, they
Now
coming
he
for
is.
you in the
Now
chat,
he is.
man.
Coming for who?
Coming for Lee. They say they hope Genty plays so bad.
Yo, we'll see in a month when Genty's playing in a national
Well,
title.
he's saying it so that the Cowboys can get him on their
Yeah.
roster next year. Like his draft stock falls.
Okay, well,
But-
last thing before we get off here is where do you think he goes in the draft?
I think the Cowboys would be perfect as far
I
as
think
where he'll go. Like,
Like what pick?
If Bijan could go, what, 4? Bijan, it all depends on the drafts because like running backs is such a needy position. But if Cowboys end up top 10, he's going top 10.
Do you think people look at him as like the top running
I don't
back?
think he's looked at as more valuable than Bijan was last year.
No, because Bijan could catch
what I'm
and
saying?
do all that.
But I'm
yeah,
not even saying that. I'm saying like, do you think he's looked at as like the top running back in the class?
I would think so. I mean,
Because you know how sometimes they're like, oh, he, like college they do stuff like Devontae Smith, like he won the Heisman, but it was just like, oh, he's too small, he's this, like they get into all that and they like make up a reason for why they're not the person.
yeah, but I don't see that with Genty.
So I'm looking at the top like 7 picks, right? And I'm trying to think which of these teams would actually take him. Like the Giants aren't taking him, the Raiders aren't taking him.
Why wouldn't the Giants take him?
Genty?
I
Yeah,
don't think they should, but
Are you insane?
I don't think they should.
We
but-
literally did this with Saquon
Saquon.
already, bro. We're not doing that again.
and I'm pretty sure you missed Saquon.
We're not.
Genty and Neighbors.
You want to make a bet too that the Giants don't take?
If you get Genty and Neighbors, that's a great
Yo,
start.
Lee,
Genty
you
and
want to
Neighbors.
make this bet that the Giants don't take Ashton Genty with their top probably 3 overall draft pick? In the
They're
NFL?
not gonna. They would only take him if the 2 quarterbacks are gone.
They still wouldn't take him. They take Travis Hunter before they take him.
Oh, if they get third pick and it's quarterback, I don't know.
Yeah.
We have like a 97% chance.
Yeah,
To land
but
the top
that's
three
my
picks.
thing. That's my thing with Travis Hunter is like in the draft, are you drafting him as a two-way player or are you drafting him as a one-way player? Because just as a receiver, I don't think he's good enough to be a top 5 receiver.
But didn't I
But,
think
like,
I think that's interesting too, because like didn't he say he's gonna he wants to do two-way? Like he was like
I'm
drafted.
sure he
Yeah,
wants
he said he
to. I'm
wants
sure he
to.
wants to, but
I don't know if
they're
whatever
going to.
team.
Yeah,
But the point. That's
No,
the thing. If he's getting drafted, it's to do. If he's getting drafted this high, it's to do that.
it's to do both. Yeah,
Because
but-
you're not
it's to do both.
drafting him. I guess.
But I'm
he's
saying,
not,
like, do you think he'll put pressure though? Like, because I think that's something that like people aren't talking about enough. Like with Shador and Travis Hunter, like with Prime, it's like they're talking about being like Eli and like not signing and like sitting out. Like, do you think they'll try to like put pressure on them like that? Like if they don't get to the team they want?
Yeah,
I would see it with Shador, but
Yeah.
if you're talking about like Travis, I don't know if Travis has that kind of leverage.
Why not? He just won the Heisman.
I feel like historically Dion has done it, so I guess that would be.
But I think
You know what I'm
the leverage is in the pick, right? Like if you're considering taking him top 10, you know, like, and he's talking about potentially sitting out, like that's leverage. Yeah, like you can't have your top 10 picks sitting out. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like potentially sitting out. So I don't know if it's
But where would he? He said he wants to go 1. I don't think he's going 1. I already made my bet with
not
Colin.
going one. He's not going
So-
one.
he's not going one. No, he's not going one.
But I'm
he's
saying,
not going
like, if
over
he
one
doesn't
of
play
those
both sides, it's like, you know, he may say that if the team is like not where he wants to be.
But which team is like? I don't think he has an issue. Like
I
if
don't
you
know
want
where
to
he
go
wants to
1,
be,
that
to be
means
honest.
here's what I'm saying. If your goal was to go number 1, that means you don't care what team is at 1. You want to go 1. So it doesn't
Sure.
change now that it's 3. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it changes. It's like, oh well, now that I'm not going 1, I don't want to be on the Jags anymore. I don't think that changes.
Yeah, I think
think it
Hunter just wants to go 1. I think Hunter just wants to go 1 versus like Shador.
Wants to go to
I
a
think
good team. Like
He wants to go to the Raiders.
He wants to go to the Raiders.
He wants to go to the Raiders.
Yeah.
You guys go to the Raiders.
I don't think
He
Travis
should.
Hunter really cares. I don't think Hunter cares, but I think Sanders does.
They both
I don't
going to
know.
the Raiders. They're gonna figure it out.
I'm just trying to think where Genty's going, bro. The Jets?
I think Cowboys. I think
No,
you got it right.
he's not going to the Jets.
Cowboys.
It's going to be the
right?
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cowboys
But-
got the 12th pick right now.
But Jerry Jones
Is
may
Jets
not
thought-
do
yeah.
it.
lasting that long?
I think so. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. We're like running backs are not gonna like unless you're the Bijan and you really need it. I don't know.
Yeah. Long as Travis Hunter not 1, we good. My money.
I can see the
They're saying
someone said the Broncos. I
They're
can see
saying
the Broncos.
The Broncos are too good though. Like,
Yeah, Broncos aren't gonna have a pick.
and they're not going to trade up for him. Like, I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't know how they could. They'd have to give up.
Yeah, running backs are so hard to
Yo,
to
San
lock in the
Fran?
draft. You don't know.
Nah.
San Fran
San
proved they could use any running back off the street and turn
Yeah.
them into.
Yeah, they
They're not
really
gonna-
don't need it.
That's true.
It said league is scared of Genty and Dowdle duo.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I can't let y'all fandoms just make
Are
y'all say
the
shit.
Cowboys? The Cowboys are still technically in the playoff, right? Like
I think
They have a chance
till
still?
this week, bro.
if they lose this, they're eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. All right. Well, let's end it right here. Yeah, like always, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next week.